Good evening, people watching my stream on July 9th, 2026. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you stopping by my stream to come hang out with me. Hi, hello Nick, hello Lunk, hello Antinomy Cruz. I'm happy to have you all here today. I don't know why I only said one of your guys' last names. You are very formal. Maybe I'm very formal. I don't know. Hey Essie, hi Lunk also, and hello OMG Atri. I appreciate you being here as well. Good evening Essie, good evening Momayon. Hi Essie, hi CD. I'm happy to have you back as well. I'm happy to be able to spend time with you guys today. You know what's so funny? I feel like in the past few weeks I've been going through a cycle of waking up specifically on the day where I have to read something to you guys with like weird allergy, like bad nose throat stuff. And then it goes away as soon as we don't have to do this anymore. It's been like that. That's right now today. I think it happened last week too. It's the 10th for me? Oh, I'll never be right. I should just name every single date, every single time so I can be right every day. Maybe. Well, happy July 10th to you. Happy July 10th. For me, it's only the 9th. Today, we're going to get back to reading more Higurashi. I'm excited. Nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened. We keep playing tag and playing games with our friends. But nothing evil has happened. And the longer something doesn't happen, the scarier it gets. It's the anticipation. It's the anticipation. The ceiling is up, but I'm good. Also, hey Slayer, I'm happy you're doing well today, Log. Besides that, we don't really have anything planned today. We're just gonna hang out and read like we usually have been doing. This probably will replace Crime Scene Cleaner. I hope that by the time we're done with this, Crime Scene Cleaner is fixed and it works. I hope so. I do feel sad about missing that game still, or not being able to play that one anymore. Hey Sheep Eep. Hey Sheep, thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. I think it's funny that the translate that's built into YouTube translates it to Sheep Eep. It's funny, it's funny. So we're gonna do more reading today. It's it is Sela taking her hair with my hook. No more bald. Bald was yesterday. No more bald. No more hair loss. Only hair growth. Only hair... I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Only hair growth. Only hair growth. Was Crime Scene Cleaner messing up the result of an internal problem or a new update? I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't remember if it was an issue or not when I was playing beforehand. Like when we used to play last year or the year before that. I don't remember if it was an issue then. And I don't know if it updated since then. It probably did. I tried deleting it and putting it back on my computer, but it didn't work. I hope that it can find a way to get fixed by then. Oh, okay. No more bald. Thank you, Foxy. I like that you listen and you understand me. I appreciate that in you, Foxy. How your day is, Sela? As someone who goes to their job, who's pretty bad. But it's okay. It's alright. I'm only reminded every single day I'm in the wrong field. There's no passion for what I'm doing coming from me. It's... My work isn't rewarding in the slightest, minus the literal reward of earning money. Terrible place to work. Termite, please don't bite my ankles. Hello, hi Ryurko, welcome back to the stream. I'm happy to have you here. What was the wool taken from you in the bald stream used for? I don't know, I told you guys it was first come, first serve. Ask whoever snatched it up. Hi, Grandfather. Hey, Chaotic V. Welcome to the stream. Yay, money! But at what cost? At what cost? Hey, hi. Thank you for being here. Hopefully someday then. Hopefully someday. I hope so. I did really like that game. Hey, Link. Happy to have everybody here today. But yeah, more Higurashi today. More reading. We're still on chapter 1. You haven't really missed a whole lot. It's still telling us the little baby details of the story. You're a grandfather. Have the years passed by? I know. I guess I am an old man. I don't have any kids or grandkids. I don't know why it translates my name to grandfather. Unbelievably rude. After I spent all this time telling you how young I am. There's still no belief in me. There's still none. Not even YouTube believes in me. Alright, I'm gonna take a sip. I have 2 cups of water today. I didn't make tea this time because now I'm cleaning my kettle. Everything is getting cleaned. I'll make tea tomorrow though. I'll make tea tomorrow. And tomorrow is Master Duel. No balding tomorrow either, though. Tomorrow's just gonna be normal ranked, probably. Tired sheep? I'm always tired. It never goes away. But it's okay. One day, who even knows when, in the future, I can rest eternally. And I can be at true peace. But that day is not now. It's probably the gray hair giving it away. My hair is purple! You know what's giving away your old age? Your blindness. It's purple. I'll give you the hawk. How you hit. I'll give you the hawk. Now you bit the bait. The hook? I don't think you tricked me. I didn't take any sort of bait. Hi Essie, hi fellas. Angry Zila. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you stopping by my stream. Also, thank you again for the gifts. I appreciate it. Today I received the scratcher for my kitty. Not beating the grandpa allegations, lol. How? I don't think anything happened that made me look old. What type of tea we sipping tomorrow? We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see. I have a few flavors. Maybe ginger would be nice. I like its spiciness. Hi Zila, thank you for being here. Iteration's pretty cool, you guys. Hey Zila, you know. Oh, I hope they like it. I might get that for my own cat too. Yeah, when I first was looking at the scratcher, I didn't realize that there was a ball, like where the tall board and the short board meet. And it's like in this cylindrical shaped hole. So the kitty can like bat it around, but it's stuck in there. So it's an eternal, forever toy. I didn't know that that was a part of it when I was first looking for cat scratchers. And so far, he seems to like the ball. I got him to use the base of the scratcher a little bit, and he seems to like that. So I hope that he likes it a super lot. Being always tired, that's an everybody thing, I think. Like, everybody above the age, like, 20 is tired constantly, I think. Evening, Essie in chat. Hi, Aspect. Thank you for being here today. Sup, Long? That sounds offensive, lol. Wait, what sounds offensive? I don't think I get it. Hi, Aspect. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. I love when you guys hang out with each other. I love when you guys are friends. So true, lol. So true. I would know because I'm above the age of 20. Exactly 22 to be exact. I don't mind to stop trying to claw the mattress of my bed. My cat likes to... He... like claws the blanket of my bed. He doesn't do the actual mattress or anything, which is probably better. But he claws my blanket. And when he wants my attention, he tries clawing like at the wall and stuff. And I don't want him to ruin the walls, so I think the vertical scratcher is gonna help him out a lot. Hi Momo, hey Aspect. Yes, yes indeed. Have you thought of a sleep stream? Hold on. Boy, do I have the stream for you. It'll just take me a minute to find. I promise, it'll be worth it though. Don't worry, I have just the thing for you. Click that link. Click that link. That's exactly what you're looking for. Sup, Long? How you doing today? Have you thought of a sleep stream? Maybe. Oh, my name is based on an old meme, so I don't lie. Did he ruin any blankets yet? Nope, not yet, not yet. There are parts that are a little stringy, but it's not ruined. You activated her trap card and takes me back. Is it virus? No! Why would I give you guys a virus? 2,000 life points lost? I'm being honest. That's the video you're looking for. About Higurashi, it gave you bet thinking it not that scary. Oh, fishing out of the water with the hook. Gotcha. Gotcha. Concert. Hi, welcome back to my stream. I appreciate you being here. Sending your ass to the shadow realm. I didn't lie. That's a stream. That's the sleep stream. Bro had a stream for 1 year ago ready to pull up. No, I just looked it up really fast. Cute. Mochi is so cute. Oh, kawaii. Oh, Mochi Kairi. So it exists? I told you! See? You just have to trust me. Cuteness virus, give me that. It's not a virus. It's a video on YouTube. You can look at the link. Read it with your eyes. It says youtube.com/live. It's an actual link for YouTube. 10-hour sleep stream. 10 hours of me not opening my mouth almost even a single time. SE haters, this is the stream for you. Rena from Higurashi. I like that one. She's cute. Right now, the part of the story that we're reading right now focuses on her scenes. Sausage? Pretty alright. Breakfast food. I'm def gonna chill here for the next 2 hours. I'm taking a break from drawing. I decided to join Art Fate. Oh! That is this month, isn't it? Or is it next month? I think it's this month. I think it's every July, right? It's definitely in the summer months. I never joined myself. I draw too slowly to do anything in Art Fight. So I've never joined before. I hope that you have fun though, and good luck to you. That was so American Japanese pronunciation though. It's too embarrassing to pronounce it normally. It's too embarrassing to try. Because the worst part about being an SE is even if you try your best, you're still not good at anything you do. So you might as well just pretend to be the worst to start with. That's the way I go about my life, which is not very good, but that's what I do. Reading, I can barely read books. Now I have to read web addresses? I'm sorry, but you should trust me. This month? Yeah, this month. What if sheepy for breakfast? If sheepy for breakfast, me dead, I think. Let's see. That is... LOSE? Hi, thanks for stopping by my stream today, huh? I just had a weird-ass dream. What was your dream about? Hi, Essie. How's it going? Pretty good, Lost Rain. How are you? Thankfully, you're not the Essie that every time she supports the team loses. Yeah. Thankfully. But at the same time, I think it's impossible for me to enter that kind of situation because I just don't watch sports. The only World Cup I've been watching is the TVs at my restaurant when I work there. And I don't watch that every day because I'm not in the dining room every single day. It's only for a little bits at a time. Mutton for breakfast? I don't know if I like that. I'll put the sleeping stream on in the background. Oh, thanks for the free view. I appreciate that. Harry and Hi Lunk. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just crafting in the mines. Oh, nice. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Hope that you have a fun time. Do you like to play with mods or without mods? That's the other Essie I mentioned to you, Essie, a while back. Probably last year before your hiatus. Yeah. I always thought it was funny that both of our names are Essie because both of our full names are not Essie. But coincidentally, our nicknames are the same while also we're the same animal. I don't think that my mother named me that on purpose. You see, when I'm not used to being called by a nickname. When I was younger, my family didn't really call me by a whole lot of nicknames. So when I joined Nexus to be a VTuber, I thought everyone was gonna call me Asila because that's my name and I'm not that used to being called nicknames. Little did I think of the possibilities that you would give me a nickname and that it would coincidentally make it the exact same as someone else's who's also the same species. That would make it look like I'm copying someone. But that's not intentional. Also, story about me. As I just mentioned, I wasn't really called a whole lot of nicknames when I was younger. But when I was younger, I was really insistent on earning the nickname Blue Nose. I wanted everyone to call me Blue Nose. I don't know why, but I really wanted my name to be Blue Nose. Again, don't ask me why though. Essie's good on tongue. Yeah, easy to say, easy to say. Or should I say that it's Essie to say, rather. Sela? Who's that? That's me. What? Blue Nose? That's cute. Blue Nose. Yeah, Blue Nose. Are they dogs? Blue Nose. Oh, they're pit bulls? Yeah, like a blue nose pit bull. I don't know why, because I never particularly cared about pit bulls. I always thought they were kind of scary, and I prefer dogs that are smaller and have a lot more hair. But I wanted my name to be Blue Nose. Blue Nose, that's cute. Some people, they used to call me the Jester. That's a nice name, I think. Blue Nose, Blue Nose. I mean, you debuted like 2 years ago, isn't? I think she beat you by 2 years. But to be fair, we can still blame Harry for that. It's okay. Harry should have just debuted me sooner. We don't talk about Blue Nose. Blue Nose. We don't talk about Blue Nose. Yes, this is an Encanto song reference. I didn't watch that movie, even though everybody else on the whole entire planet Earth did. I don't watch any Disney movies because I don't care about Disney. Blue Nose is actually a thing? Yes. And when I wanted my name to be Blue Nose, I wasn't sure, or I don't know if I knew what the dog was. I don't know why I wanted that to be my name. This is when I was like really young. I see, can we call you Purple Nose now? No, you have to call me Blue Nose. It's my dream. It's what I want. It's what I need. My name is Blue Nose. Blue Nose knows? He does. Can we call you No Nose? No! Blue Nose. My name has to be Blue Nose. I didn't watch it either, Essie. Or barely any nose. That's just what an anime looks like. Excuse you. I have a nose. I know because I can smell you guys. Again, you guys should shower more often, I think. Oh my god, I just tried to take a sip of my water without the straw out. Very well, Blue Nose. Thank you, thank you. It's a lifelong dream of mine. I appreciate it. But for most of my life, most people have just only called me Asila. So when you called me Essie, I didn't expect that. I thought you'd call me by my full legal first name. Hey, that nose is cute. Thank you. I already shower often? Well, maybe you're absorbing the stink of all the other members of the audience right now. Oh, you know who Blue Nose? Clues? Maybe, but I showered? How long ago? How recently? Anyways, It's almost reading time. It's almost time to be a smart sheep and use my mental ability. Let me turn the audio back on. There's like a cough in my throat. Maybe I am getting sick. Please let me be getting sick. Please don't make me go to work again. I'm sorry if that was gross. Alright, smell-o-vision in 2030 thoughts. I only want to smell my TV if it smells good. Asila Blue Nose Sheffield, thank you. Oh, I looked over the sprites for Higurashi using the fandom site. If you look at Rena, I think you're safe from spoilers, besides one outfit, at least after you finish the first chapter. Gotcha. I see, I'll have you know, I used some new body wash, so I smell like cashmere and rain now. Oh, that's nice. I have a perfume that's jasmine and cashmere. It's fancy and girly, but it's not like I'm going to the ball fancy. It's like I have a job where I type at a computer fancy. Health in advance. Thank you, poor sheep. It's okay. I miss what I smelled like 5 years ago. Well, what did you smell like 5 years ago? Can I get an explanation of what we're looking at right now? I'm not informed. This is the whole menu screen of Higurashi When They Cry. This is the first chapter, but it's like Chapter 5, Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Chapter 5. The very start, but like in the middle of the start. And I'm a city boy, and I just moved out to the country, and the girls love me. I have a ton of friends, and I go to school, and there was a murder at the place that I moved to. And it was such a bad, evil murder that they dismembered him, but they lost one of the arms. But every time I tried to talk to my friends about it, my friends kind of cut off the conversation and changed topics suspiciously quick. So they know something about it that I don't, and they don't want to talk about it. It's none of my business. Why is the music eerie AF? Because this is a scary game! Chapter 1 is pretty long. It's only like 10 hours. I looked it up on Google. It said it was 10 hours. Is this murder drama? Well, maybe someone's gonna get murdered. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no. Maybe. It'll get very messed up later. It's not music, it's cicadas. They're crying. They are! That's the whole name of the thing. Oh, you'll see, you know. Yeah. Alright. By the way, I see... Why did you cut a heart-shaped hole in my wall? You're going to have to pay for the damage. Payment in sheep kisses, please. So, I didn't cut a heart-shaped hole in your wall. That's just the shape that came out when I punched it when I was really mad. I did this last time too, where I accidentally pressed start instead of continue. But we're gonna start chapter 5. We're gonna start chapter 5 of chapter 1. Only 10 hours? 10 hours is short! I wish the cicadas would shut up already. They are noisy. We should have new tips to read. We have exactly one. What kind of name is Rena? We were just talking about names. This is so weird because last time we were talking about houses and like mansions and stuff before we read the tips, and it turns out one of the tips was about like the main character's house. And we were just talking about names and nicknames, and now the tips is about names. Rena's not here? Do you know where she is, Katie? Huh? She was just here, actually. Hey, Mion. Where did Rena go? Rena? Didn't she go to the bathroom? She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that. Satoko. Do you know where Rena is? Rena, you say? I just passed her in the hallway. Rena has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed. It was Rena's turn for class duty. That's very much appreciated. Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name. What kind of name is Rena, I wonder? What kind of kanji does she use for it? Rena's her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure that Rena Ryugu was her full name. Well, I can understand you making that mistake since you only call her Rena. She even signs her name as Rena. It's like it's her real name in school. I wonder where her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu. Reina it is. So it's read out as Rena instead of Reina. That's a pretty interesting reading. No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way. Rena has told us that she wanted us to call her Rena. So we call her Rena. Hey-chan. Rena is Rena, you know. Only strangers call her Reina. You get where this is going? I understood what Mian was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was. Only names we use between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. There's nobody other than that. So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that? If it's good. So what do you want to be called? Con Man. Alright. Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her. What's this now? Who's looking for me, I wonder? Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered. By leaf? Ryugu doth show herself. Oh, the readings become hard. Con Man, you're quite sinister. Mwahahaha. What is this? Heichi-kun and Michan are evil bai-leafs? A con man? Damn you, Nosuke Ryugu. Oh gosh. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have at thee. Where? Suki-san, Kaku-san, show them what for. Aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid to my Swiss bank account. Since it comes to this, we have no choice. We'll just have to grand battle with 5 people. Ow. You got this, Essie? The names became really hard. Rena's fierce punches exploded in the proper timing to take out the seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end. I do hope that Rena does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Nagatacho? My destination is decided by where the cute stuff gathers. The toll of the bell signaled the break time was over. Come on, Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan. The teacher's coming. I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just 1 more hour. Man, oh man. Gotta buckle down for 1 more. We're free! I thought that said Ryuga for a second. Ryuga from Beyblade! I loved Ryuga from Beyblade. Both him and, Krabby. Tetsuya! I love Tetsuya. I think he's funny. Beyblade Metal is a classic, you bet right. A cult classic indeed. Very good show. That was cute. It was a cute story. I still think it's funny. Every time we talk about something, before we read the tips are already about what we were talking about. Continue. I'll take a sip of water. How was it, Kei-chan? So you went to Renaissance House? Was it amazing? It's nothing like that, right? Right? Unlike my house, the Ryugu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There. It was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders. Stuff you'd see while walking around in town. The cake shop's mascot, Little Licky. The Totalmon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store. Boo, why are you booing me? I'm super funny. Are you sure your first language is English, Essie? Yes, it's the only language I know. I just don't talk to anybody, and I also don't read, and that's not a good conversation. Combination. Time to leave. No, my friends are leaving. I laughed. Thank you. Thank you for a treat. I'll agree with you that those are cute. But why the mailbox? Won't you get in trouble for that one? But how? So cute. She must have thought about it, because her face filled with delight. So it's the bigger the better. Just as long as it's big. And her room displayed the smaller ones. I had a chance to see them before. And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement? Yep, I'll keep anything. Cute. So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended. Hey, Rena. You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Is that cute? Yeah, cute! I want it. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in a not-so-distant future. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned. No fun being called to the staff room. Did you do something? How rude! Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san. Hehehe. Nothing like that, Keiichi-kun. Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee. Festival? School cultural festival or something? Kei-chan, I already told you. It's the village festival. The Watanagashi. Come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break. So what's this Watanagashi thing about? It's like a floating lantern festival? I guess the last part where you set things adrift in the river is similar. Except we use cotton things, like old worn-out futons and padded cloaks. It's a festival expressing thanks for their years of service. The people living in Hinamizawa dump their futons and padded cloaks in the stream? Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they should just drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already. That's just summer camp. I never anticipated how destitute Keiichi-san's imaginative capabilities could actually be. How old is this girl? How does she know that word? I don't know that word. What? How could you tell I was thinking of something silly? It was written all over your face. What sort of face could have expressed what I'd imagined just now? Renan demonstrated for me. I see. No argument here. Okay, I also didn't know that word. See? How old is she again? There's nothing fun like that, you see. But you should still look forward to it. Let's all go together. I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asked me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going. You won't get bored. We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this about? From the way Mion looked, it was probably our club's summer tradition. The Watanagashi 4 Demon Firefight. That sounds awful! What kind of name is that? I think it's a cute name, though. I tried to object sharply, but Rena looked happy about it. I decided it was pointless to fight it. Since Keiichi-san is here this year, it becomes 5 demons. Ryuko-chan made a small correction and lied in my presence. So, how does this funky-sounding club activity tie into the festival? Oh ho ho! This is where you exhibit the skills you've nurtured through your daily club activities. Exactly. We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have obtained through our daily trials and tribulations. But last year, the mayor got angry. So we need to make sure not to cause any problems this time. So basically, we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Ryuko-chan really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see. So we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Ren was right. Of course that would be a reason for the mayor to get angry. But it's lots of fun! That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question, fun. The day of the festival is drawing near. Well, putting that aside for now, let's start our club activities today. Any objections? Nay! Our voices ring out in unison. When there's lots of people, card games really are that easy to play. This really is the most basic of table games. Playing with the marked deck again? We'll use a new one today. There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing. I wonder if that really is the case. I'll have to inspect them. Well, it was fair. Just to be safe, everyone check the cards. Yes, these seem to be fine. Are you all satisfied? Then today, I guess, we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. The basic rules: play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques to improve the game, like reversals. But because it's such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we call it Millionaire. I'd like to go over some details. Are the jokers wild? Can you make a reversal with 3 threes? No jokers. 2 is the highest. You can reverse a reversal. You can only make a reversal with 4 of a kind, not 3. Also, you know how peasant sends a good card to the president? None of that. While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satoko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's President, and it's with a new deck. Today, I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now. But that wasn't everything, was it? So what shall today's penalty be? About that. Why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one? Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting. I'll write a nasty one. I'll have Keiichi draw it. It'd be awfully if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself. Just don't lose. Don't you know best? Mion handed out several slips of paper to everyone. Then write down whatever you put in the bag. Wait. Then write down whatever and put it in the bag. When you lose, stick your hand inside and pick one out. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense to be like digging your own grave. No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down. Ryuko-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch in a sudden halt. That's so sneaky, Mion-san! No penalty, and the corner of the slip is folded. I see. Oh my god. Accidentally clicked out of my game. Just in case you lost, you grabbed the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. It was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her, even though she doesn't stand out. Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless. It's fine, Rena. Just don't lose. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Rena was quite brutal, even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either. I agree with that. I'm very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular. Everybody's penalties are scary. I still don't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like. Basically, you can't afford to lose this game. Everybody here ready? We all nodded, determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena genuinely couldn't make up her mind. But I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike. Huh? Will this work? Then I'll play this 3 and I'm out. 9. Nobody? 8. 7. I'm out. 5 and 5. I'm out. Then I'll discard this last one and I'm out. Bah, sheep? Mion sheep? I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was, of all people, Mion. And now I was certain. Today, I could win. Now then. Mi-chan, pull out one of the slips, okay? Mion accepted her defeat, scrounged around inside the bag, and pulled out one piece of paper. Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked? Screekled? What did she say? What is it? Ren was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Put the principal on the head. Hey, wait. How is this bad? Keiichi-san, do you not understand? The principal is balding and ashamed of it. Satoko yelled in a serious look on her face. But she wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be? The principal is a martial arts master. He boasts about traveling around the world, perfecting his skills when he was younger. He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman. Pet that guy's head? As a club president, there's no way I can set a bad example by refusing. Shriekled? Is that a real word? Is that what it actually said? As a club president, there's no way I can set a bad example by refusing. She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway. Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss? Probably impossible. They say he used to hunt sea slugs just by sensing their presence. I could do nothing but wait with bated breath. Kerpow! A rumble shook the classroom. That's the principal's Oh my god, the cat just jumped on my lap. Hi, kitty. That's the principal's aerial opener. Boof, pow, whap. following the launcher with the jab, jab, strong, fierce combo. Is he even using meter? From how it sounded, the principal's jumping fierce sounded like a multi-hit combo. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Nothing I could do now except stay calm. Understood now why there's no delinquents at this school. Finding game lingo. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us. Petted. Is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing. She's alive, at least. Now we can continue the game! Monster. I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that. But now, the worst penalty is gone, right? Right? Rena tried to lighten the mood. It was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now. I'm not holding back anymore. You'll all get yours. The pace of the game began bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense. Ace, 3, 4, 5, I'm out. I'm out as well. I'm out too. 3, I'm now out. I lost! And heaven's close to vanquish Rena. What kind of penalty, I wonder? What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking of the level of difficulty of Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. And so the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... The heck was this? Speak like a maid? What's this? This one. What do I need to do? So basically, it means that you have to use the same expressions as a maid? How? Okay, master. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome. Then, Rena. Can you shuffle the cards and deal? Yes, master. I could just die right now. I keep clicking out of my game. Anyway, let's continue. Right, Rena? Yes, master. The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself. I won't lose anymore. I'm out. I shan't lose either. I'm out. Then, with that, I'm out too. I can't believe it! Is it Rena's lost again? Rena again? What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No. This was conviction. I would say the word Hoya, no! There's so many embarrassing fake words in here. I'm not saying that. Yeah, it's an SC stream. Hi, happy. A girl. Remove one piece of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body. That's just indecent. Who could have written this? My face reddened in anger. If it didn't yell something out, I would have been able to hide my shaking. Who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize. That would be an ignoble prize. Not good, not good. What was I thinking about? What I was thinking about was written on my face. Mi-chan. Rena begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already. Nope. Won't go easy on you. You lost, so take it like a man. Understood, master. I'll undress. I looked around, thinking someone else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard the rustling of clothing. The sound of her skirt hitting the ground sent my heart racing. Is this fine, master? I looked away like a gentleman. With these club activities, you needed to be ruthless after all. Keiichi-san, whatever you were expecting. Certainly, we would not have her strip if she weren't wearing her PE clothes underneath. Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it. Not bad, Kei-chan. This old man never even thought you would go after her like that. You got it wrong. I didn't write that one. Master didn't write this one? Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me to not feel anything. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. Mion probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for a trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think of a way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win! I then became a god. I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business. How could my luck of the draw be so bad? Satoko lost, right? I'll draw the penalty. Speak like a little sister. Fine, Oni-chan. Yes. The pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself. This old man loses again. Neon's lost, right? I'll draw it out. Wear a girl's squirrel school swimsuit. No! That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes! Mion's despair was like sweet honey. Master, I lost again. Rena lost? I'll draw it for you. Let the person in first place rest their head on your lap. In this outfit, Master? Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs. Oni-chan, you're too good! Sniffle. Satoko lost again? I'll draw it. Obey the person in first place. How about I have you give me a shoulder massage? Fine, Oni-chan. Come on, do it a bit harder. Don't use your nails. I transformed into an evil dictator and I couldn't be doing any better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind and even decided what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized it, I'd already assembled a harem. I was laughing haughtily as I rested my head on Rena, who was now a boomer-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar and had taken on little sister properties. Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit. Today is Master's overwhelming victory, isn't it? Please refrain from moving your head around so much. I began to think. Why does man have no end to his desires? How can I wish for more than this palace of dreams? What is it, Keiichi? I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been in first, but had continued to escape being in last. Keiichi is quite greedy. It said you should know when enough is enough. I know that very well. But how to say it? I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now. Master, please refrain from moving your head around. You say you wouldn't mind dying. Then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. That was undoubtedly a declaration of war. Go, Rika-chan, go! Take him out! Defeat this archdevil of perversion! How does she know these words? I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Such stoicism from the little girl who always hidden away in Satoko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretended I didn't see. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that? 2. Ace, ace, ace. 888. 8 reversal. Everybody looked over at me, still brimming with confidence. 4 of them have all allied against me. That's it? You're making me laugh. That was good. Reversal, reversal! Ah! How could such a thing be? Satoko let out a shriek. You simpletons! Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after. I lost. Finally, you fall into my clutches. Now I'll pick one out. Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Even the penalties were as I wished. Rika-chan hung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as why such things were in Mion's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask. This is so... I felt like I had become Rena. This was definitely cute. Cute, isn't it? Isn't it? I want to take her home. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rena. I'm not gonna meow. You're not gonna make me meow. As Rika-chan mimicked a cat, teary-eyed ring of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with with an audible poof. Rika-chan must take home. Taking her home. Just for a while. I won't do anything strange. Nothing strange. I see. I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into her open palm. If Rena must, she can take me home. After Rena-san beats Keiichi-san, she can! They thought that Rena in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I teach them their place. How preposterous! That Rena can't defeat me! For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands, like the machinations of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rena's ecstatic expression, her head bobbing around. Shall we, Keiichi-kun? Hurry, hurry. I found the log. I forgot what the log is, but I remember where the log is. My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. No play? Nothing to play, Kei-chan? Then with this, I'm out. Everybody cheered. I was spent. I got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little. Now then, I'll take one out. Keiichi-san's penalty. This is it. Everybody peeked at it in unison. Gazes flickering between the text and my face. All day today, I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What's on there? All Every penalty up until now. What the heck? Keiichi-san. Should you not be speaking, little brother? Yes, One-chan. Oh, this is quite addicting. Next, I'll have you rub my shoulders. Keiichi-kun, I don't need the lap pillow, so do that other one, okay? Yes, master. Keiichi-kun, that's so cute! Say it again, say it again! No, please spare me, master. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat. Next is from this old man. I'm going to have you fan me for a good long while, you know. Oh, almost forgot. You need to wear this, don't you? The school swimsuit. Huh? This is for girls. Can't I wear one for boys? It was clearly written here, wear a girl's school swimsuit, as you can see. Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible was pretty adorable, if I did say so myself. But whose school swimsuit am I gonna wear? If I were wearing one of yours, you wouldn't like it, right? This old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all. Think of it as a little benefit. I'm not that in shape, so I think Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioner surrounded me, wagging their fingers. No! My first thought, it's tied around the waist. Second thought, chest area is pretty loose. Third thought, the crotch was... Keiichi-kun is bending forward, cute! You'll be ready after you wear the cat ears, bell, and tail. Kei-chan, wanna look in the mirror? It's amazing, really. Probably the best if you look. A stern, scientific calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary. I would like to respectfully decline, master. Your ensemble is complete. If only we could send your home address like that. Or send you home dressed, not home addressed. Then, is this enough? I'll change and... While I was saying that, Mion placed her hands on my shoulders and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a sound. Not yet, Keiichi. There's still a first penalty left. In this getup? Rika-chan patted my head without saying a word. Sir, excuse me. Yes, please come in. I stepped forwards into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face when he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office. Though I said, excuse me, as I entered, sight of a person entering a school swimsuit, cat ears, collar, and a tail. And for it to be a young male student. Without a doubt, any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold. But this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see each other, or see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that, if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then, in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty. Rubbing the principal's head. Principal! I challenge you! I heard the sound. I heard what sounded like 3 times. It's 3-gauge super. The principal said one thing to me. What does it mean to be a man? And in a heartbeat, That tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawa twilight. Nice sound effects, Essie. Thank you. I'm a big fan of making sounds. Fun has to stop? No! I don't want the fun to stop. I like this! Ren was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home. Did he die? I knew there was supposed to be a murder in this game. I didn't think that was gonna be the way it happened, though. Man, that was intense. I didn't know K-chan was good at president. No, I was more surprised than anybody. If I was playing with guys, I would have probably not been that strong. But still, it was pretty bad. Being carried off on a stretcher in that outfit will probably haunt me until the day I die. But that's fine, isn't it? You're able to do something to boast about for the ages, too. Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Oh, we made again, Keiichi-kun. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I'd been running into him quite often. Hey, take any good pictures? Well, a few. So, Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear. You sure get around. Today you already have a different girl? It's not like that. Hey, no need to hide it. It's important to get lots of experience when you're young. Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew what we were talking about without even hearing him whispering. I've heard through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake is quite the catch himself, No, that wasn't my intention. Sure. Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures. See ya. Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this a lot quickly. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well. How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until Watanagashi? Yep, I plan to. After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo. Being a photographer sure is easy. Be sure to win some big award and become famous. Spend all your best years on photography, after all. I don't think I'm that far gone. Don't they say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s? What does it matter what you taste like? That's so gross. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Tomitake-san began San. Sorry, I'm American if you couldn't tell. Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion. Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi. The way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous. I had him promise he'd display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So you know Tomitake-san? Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts. But you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider. It sounded like you met him. It sounded like you meet him all the time. Tomitake-san comes around Hinamizawa regularly. Maybe 2-3 times a year. He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds, but those photos really are nothing to phone home about. The image Mion painted of Tomitake-san was fairly unique. The Tomitake-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth. I wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me, as if to ask, why do you say that? It just seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think. Don't you get that feeling? Like, about that incident, the dismemberment. Oh, You too? If so, you've got good instincts, ch1. She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it. You knew about it then, Mion? Of course. You might be able to pull one over on everyone else, but you can't fool this old man. Mion was postering pretentiously, but I'd easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all apprehensions I had about Tomitake-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk. What is it, ch1? It's just that I never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good. What's gotten into you all of a sudden, ch1? Both continued to giggle, not knowing why. I wonder what Rena's doing. I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now. She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner. It'd be great if she'd be able to take her home. I wonder. Rika-chan's pretty good at that stuff. Yeah, I feel the same. The head patting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. I thought so too. The only one who could get away with patting his head is Rika-chan after all. Just pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. We're all done! We did another chapter! Okay, yay! I feel like that chapter was longer than the other ones. Oh, I can finally take a break and I can finally take sips. Oh my gosh. Finally, I'm gonna be able to hydrate. Okay. I mean, technically, Mion grew up in the country. Checks out. Well, technically, if we're being, like, really specific, we all grew up in the country because we grew up in a country, right? I think that counts. Calling yourself a man out loud and you're most definitely not one in your own mind is an interesting quirk. And it's just her thing. I wonder how many streams till it takes before Essie gets to the Watanagashi. Well, isn't it like next week? It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be in the next chapter. Watch. MC reminds me of a creepy version of Deku, lol. I don't think the main character is creepy. Hydration check. Definitely gotta drink lots. Ah? Why are we yelling? Why are we yelling? Oh, I forgot to do a poll. Okay. A little late, but I started a poll for us. 1 week in visual novel world is forever? No, it's gonna be next chapter. It's gonna be next chapter. Watch. I didn't notice. Polly's not sorry. How dare you? Even when he's telling girls to get halfway naked and call himself master? Hey, he didn't decide to make the girls undress. Someone else wrote all those down. Maybe. Someone else wrote all those punishments down. He was just the god drawing them out. Oh wait, you said Watanagashi? I thought the end of chapter 1? Nose blue? Sela blue nose Sheffield. Watanagashi will be soon enough. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let's read the tips. Community notice. Fair, but I'm watching him. He's on thin ice. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than the prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bizarre goods. We look forward to a well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition, holding a massive collection of excess goods and used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Makino, tell that number. 2. Recruiting Lil Festival drum dancers. The renowned Lil Festival drum dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any Shobo elementary and middle schoolers. Management, Kimiyoshi, telephone that number. Taking donations! We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 donation, you'll be awarded with refreshment stand tickets. Management, Sonozaki, telephone that number. We're always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival at all times. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at this number. There is a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. See, it's gonna happen. The festival's coming. We're already preparing. It's gonna happen in no time. Alright, let me make sure I save. See what blue nose Sheffield sounds like a boxer? Maybe that's my boxer name. I'm gonna save. Maybe that's me. A shrine? Yeah. Hi, Blue Nose. Thank you. Hi, Blue Nose. Hi. Why is the number of yeses going down? Blue Sniff? Blue Sniffa? Okay. Next chapter. Do not give this sheepy boxing gloves. If you want to keep your life, yeah. A few days had passed since the incident. It's going down? You bet it is, and I'm yelling timber. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so he couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off of my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Firefight. And it was one of the biggest events in the club. Keiichi! Does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. Nah, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing. So I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival! Wear it, okay? Ren and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, I'd be even more embarrassed. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'd be going with Rena and the others. So you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. Seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I never read it though. Wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3. My life isn't exactly full of hardships. It could be that he's a master painter, but I didn't know about it. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh. It was already time. I didn't want them coming in here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Rena-chan! Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Man, he's also been looking out. Why are you blushing from just meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Rena-chan, look after Keiichi for me! Yes, ma'am! Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? She waved back, even as I was dragging her away. Very direct, didn't need to translate this time. Only Only true old people will understand that I'm actually really young. Real old people, they know the truth. Okay, ch1. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Satoko? Are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan's probably with her as well. I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today! Yeah! We're already in high spirits with just 3 of us here. The stream will be 2 hours, right? Yeah. Hey, we still have like half an hour left. We're gonna be okay. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are lots of people here. I can't believe they're all living in Inamizawa. Everybody attends the Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise the event as well. That's right. There aren't that many students at our school. There's a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there's kids running around after all. That's true. I agree. Hello and good evening. These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Rena-chan. Thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. Oh, it was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please. Hey! If it isn't Sonozaki Joe-chan. I'm in charge of the stand again here this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, you could crush your stand in one night. You got little Missy's seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mian was chatting with the old guy running the stalls. Nichan is really energetic after all. This is really popular with the older men. I think Rena's pretty popular too. Being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people? Really? With some people? I hated giving her a straight answer, but roughly tousling her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm going to win. Yes. I'll try too. Does Mion herself is also an old man? I swear 100% this is an outfit my mom has worn. My mother has worn this outfit as a grown adult old woman. Hey! You're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Oh, my bad. So where's this lady I've kept waiting? What did you just say? Alright, Satoko is in a top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Rika-chan! Cute! Rena let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well. Woo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Cute. Gonna take you home. Rika-chan is wearing a shrine maiden outfit. Yep. Rena's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real shrine maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan had an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see. Rika-chan was the executive committee because she performed all the shrine maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the final of the festival, or the finale, so I can still play for a while. We cannot afford to waste time. Let us begin. It felt good to wander around the festival with the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race! Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. That was a specialist standard for the 3 kinds of events. The fact that they were simply balls of dough. Takoyaki, in name only. Nice words, Essie. I'm trying. You guys are the only people I open my mouth for. I don't talk to anybody else ever. And you'd bet I don't read. I'm trying. Alright. It burns! Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water! Eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. It's working! Oh my gosh! So, I got a gift from the throne. It was a cat scratcher. And I thought it'd be a good idea to get Termite another scratcher, because he scratches at the walls and door frames when he wants my attention. Now, the entire stream he hasn't touched the wall at all, but he's on a scratcher right now. He's using it. I can hear like the ball rolling around a little too. It's working. Yay. Oh, cute, isn't it? How often does one teenage boy hang with several teenage girls on a regular basis? Hey, I think only 2 of these girls are teenagers. And that's a couple, not several. Everyone else is like 2. Good Termite, cute. I would take him home if he already didn't live with me. I guess my trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that. But right then, it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time! The shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go! Shaved ice eating race? I can't! As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then... It's so cold! Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Finished! Kei-chan is done? That was too fast! It couldn't be. Keiichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste good. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's speed eating contest. Hey, how do we eat cotton candy quickly? Oh, scary. Scariest part of the game so far. But is it okay if I vent? I guess just be sure to follow the rules, I guess. She's not really dressed like a mom, LMAO. Wait, who? Long jump scare? It was scary, a little. How do you eat cotton candy quickly? How? On Satoko's mark, Mion, Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths? 3 seconds. I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think ch1 would too. I can't have you treating me like a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Ch1 had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth. This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop. This were at the rate things were going. This old man will probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. I've had cotton candy once when I was little, did not enjoy it. I may give it another try in the future. Cotton candy is fine, but it's not worth it for how sticky it is. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii topped yakisoba eating contest? Shake, shake. Well, Satoko and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we? Rena's proposal was a godsend. It's about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Rena. I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then, well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes. Alright. I think I can win with that. Ready? Go! Oh? Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be? You've already found out the cute thing? We've already found it. Keiichi too? Yeah. What is it? I can't wait! Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head-to-head like this. It'll be the first. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I'm a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's 3rd rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms. Okay then. Let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan. Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this right now. This old man brought this. Where'd she get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs. Pleb curry, snake coil incense, aronamine C. How about this? That's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of this is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I don't get it. I I shall be up next. It's this! It was the hand-drawn poster from a Lady Society roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawing without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Bleep. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. I'm gonna call her Jetta. Jetta's kind of a cute name. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. Feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn. They couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. Then I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, isn't it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped. No! Too late! Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welling up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hand were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound. Meow. Cute! I'm gonna take you home. I'd completely forgotten that. The play that I personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Lolly, Shrine Maiden, brink of crying, Mew, it was perfect! The simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art. K-chan is a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me as a daunting smile as she caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode. Now, Kichi, can you beat me? The cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. K-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's gonna show her. I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out cute mode, away from Rika-chan. Cute thing, cute thing! Keiichi-kun, let's go! I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for now. Huh? Oh? Something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan after all. No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting. Yeah! After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena. Mion and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena. What exactly did you do? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. It's me-chan. Oh. Rena. You alright? Did K-chan do anything to you? No. He didn't do anything strange to me. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-san show you? He was so cute. Cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long "How." Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute. So cute. In the blink of an eye, Mion and Satoko's elbows smashed into my face. Huh? What? What? Showing Rena something so dirty. You sick pervert! I shall have you beaten into oblivion! Wait, you've got it all wrong! A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They were going to kill me! Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a fur seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her head into my pocket and pulled... Oh, I was like, how does she fit her whole head in his pocket? Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Eh? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. Said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Big ass pockets, that's what I'm saying. I think if this is his vest outfit, isn't he also wearing cargo pants? So like, it's kind of realistic. At least that's what I remember him wearing. Or maybe he has short shorts on this one. I don't remember. Or maybe they're short cargo shorts. Are those real? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it other often. Because it's embarrassing. Yeah. So small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh. Oh wait, I thought it was... Oh! This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's cute little fur seal. I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Hey guys! You all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head and Rena was still in cute mode. It's probably quite a lively scene. It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. Satoko dug her heel into me. Good evening. Oh, you're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you. I got plenty of good shots. It's nice the last we can see old Tomitake-san, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have a major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It'll be another 6 months. Until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Well, why don't you move here, Tomitake-san? In Hinamizawa. Tomitake-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but you know, everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake-san was also well aware. So Rena, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Ooh. Normally, I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tomitake-san rested his head on me gently, silencing me. Oh, his hand, not his head. I keep reading hand is head, and I was like, what? He's like my boyfriend or something. Like, what is he doing? Are we in love? Thank you. Keiichi-kun. And Rena-chan. Satoko-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitake-san's smile was so slight, it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute. But it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena. Oh, secret BL route? Yep. That's what I thought was happening. I was like, he's weirdly affectionate for a stranger. This is... but it was his hand. It was his hand. Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. Background clamor of the festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. Need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight. When Rena smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Hey, Mi-chan! How about it? Can we let Tomitake-san in our club activities? That's a great idea! Or so I thought. But Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan. Just for today, don't be mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa! Yay! Now then. I wonder if this aged fellow well past his prime will be a match for me. Let's have him show us some wisdom of mature adult. Can you keep up with us, youngins? Tomitake-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. I, Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave hairs on your butt. So it's a club where you play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright. Just what I wanted. Otto like the singer? Almost like Blue Rose? No, Blue Nose like the dog. When I was a kid, I wanted my nickname to be Blue Nose. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitake-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect! We continued walking through the festival with Mion in front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was, just don't lose. Ren was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled around his hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see. This is what it meant to feel like a kid again. Tomitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here! Little Miss Sonozaki, seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. His stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where we had to knock down prizes you wanted with a cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it? Whoa, that teddy bear. Cute! Rena was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following in our club's infamous event? Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? First one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san takes on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair... I guess, to be fair, not to be fair. To be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple of matches, it ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well. I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun. Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay. This gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults. Not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire! Reload! Fire! Reload! Fire! I probably shouldn't be yelling fire. That sounds scary. Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good! Tomitake-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mi-chan! 3! 3! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with very high return of investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big on her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problems with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully. She squeezed the trigger. These bullets are too light. The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but only shifted a bit. Need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after a big catch. But since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. They were laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing. A fine attempt. Satoko, you've gotten better. The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Rena-chan. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Bear-san, so cute. Rena went up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of the bar in his regular arena, but she said that bear was cute. I wonder how Rena-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomitake-san. It's Rena, you know. It's Rena Ryugu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear... Whoa! Tomitake-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion and spectators were making was about. What? If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it. It's shaking. It's shaking. How cute! Rena couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose. Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before. But it might not be possible. You never know. With Rena-chan's skill, it might be. While Tomitake-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she should surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow! The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, They gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Bear son, take him home. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then, at the same moment, the old man flickered one of the candy boxes with her finger and handed it to Rena. This for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? Oh. The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rena turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. I really wanted Mr. Bear. It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still need to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright, Danelle? I'll give it to you. What? Tomitaka-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitake! Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head, just before I was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle, holding the other two shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitake-san is aiming for... Time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. So Tomitake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over. Too bad. Rena's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. It seems that, since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small, easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being man enough to feel the bear that Rena wanted. To fell the bear? Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rena. Huh? What promise? What? To shoot down that bear. Then give it to Rena. That one. You mean... The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Cool, Oni-chan! You got balls, man! And that's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might not mug the old... If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiichi-san surely talks the talk. How do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Rena and Tomitake-san's shot did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Ichi-kun. If only there was some way to shoot faster. To be able to pile more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Ichi-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over the guy. 2 more rifles! Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. I wonder what Keiichi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mion is able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. Then, by putting 3 pre-loaded rifles next to each other, Tomitake-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then, the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out great cheer. They chanted my name. Keiichi! Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Oh dang, I thought it was just like a really long gun sound. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! That moment felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second? The third! The bear swayed hard. And then? Yeah! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off of the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over! You got me! Amazing! Congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it. And those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right. This is for all... this is from all of us working together. Me didn't hit a single time. Urgh. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here. This is from me. Not from everyone. Or no from everyone, not from everyone. Sorry, I'm writing this story differently. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all. In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. So I'm giving it to you, Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Keiichi-kun! Thank you so much! Rena dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during the excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tomitake earlier. There really isn't much of anything here. But there's lots of things you can't find anywhere else. Gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa. Especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. On the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I'll need to go get myself a good spot too. Well then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing? Keiichi-kun. Mi-chan to save me! Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. Can you not touch my foot? You're freaking me out, man. Thank you. Hold on, let me try to sit crisscross in my folding chair at my desk. Alright. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch. Please don't pull my arm. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there! Don't grab me there! Oh, he's so bossy. Where can I grab then? I don't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiichi Maebara," in my mind. Didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered by the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons. Keiichi-san! Rena-san! We're over here! Satoko waved her hand in front of the row. Sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk. So that was what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? How? Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground, with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and the o of her how, I think. Rena. It's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever, how. Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet, it's beginning! It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash of Tomitake-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that's used for the festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the Shrine Maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of the performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out the futons? She's purifying futons that absorbed illnesses from people over the winter. So when Kate-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. She swung the hoe skillfully, something I wasn't expecting to hear in this game. Like, swinging the hoe, it's whatever. I was holding myself back from talking about plowing the hoe. That's the half of the sentence that I decided to focus on. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika-chan practiced every single day with a mochi hammer. I didn't even think of that, Lo. It's only weird if you make it. Yeah, it's about farming. No, it's about rituals. She will certainly prevail. Satogo's hands were sweaty. Whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? Feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. Well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Grunk. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With a thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priests had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Tanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wonder what was up. Maybe we get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns? It's not food. I said it was cotton. But of course, they didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from the inside of the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand, and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times. Silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama, what's that? Name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses. So you must be sure to show respect. Sounded like a pretty frightening god. But when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then, when you let it gently drift away in the stream, and you're done. Together, Ren and I set out pieces of cotton to float on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live. My home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. I headed towards it. How did it go, Tomitake-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding. How was it, Kichi-kun? Did you enjoy the festival? From the way she spoke, it seems like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name, because she gave a lighthearted chuckle. It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. If that's how it looked, it's probably all thanks to Rena and Mion. Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today? I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I tried to get used to Hinamizawa. There's still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I've met, for example. That happened in the past as well. Oh. You're feeling left out because of something like that? It's not so much as feeling left out. It's just... I'm not sure how to say it. The incident at the dam construction site, fighting over it and other conflicts. That terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and the bad that happened there. If it will put you at ease, then I'll tell you everything I know. Tomitake-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever before. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, "Ask me anything," though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask. Then, could you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed? There was a big incident where Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper, though. Tomitake-san's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory. Then he spoke. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe. There were 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meaning the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction. so it was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was completed. The entire area, right up to Higurashi, was upstream. Wouldn't be underwater. Why did they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have instead picked a place where nobody lived? Not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan said there was a battle. From what choice of words I had to guess, things turned violent. There was a trial, and it was even brought up before the national diet. It was covered in the Tokyo newspaper, too. Mion told me about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. A feeling of solidarity found here, which would not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. As things were more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. If I wanted to know, now is my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age should be curious about. I felt a little shame from the fact I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rena and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance. Just so I would stop thinking about it so much. So, there was the dismemberment, right? There was. I happened to be here in Hinamizawa at the time, so I remember it well. Tomitake-san answered nonchalant in contrast to my hesitant force-out question. It was about this time, 4 years ago. It was the day of the Watanagashi, if I recall correctly. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and each hid 1. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but 1 was still on the run. The right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Ren and Mio needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it. It was near the end of all the trouble with the dam, you see, so everyone was saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so, but it seems the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman with Tomitake-san said with a mischievous chuckle. Tomitake-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious, I ended up laughing as well. But I wonder about now. There are quite a few, I think, amongst the youth too. A few what? People who believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. Then after that, it continued every year. Always around this time. Continued? What continued? Tomitake-san paused for a second, as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me, as if someone might have been listening. Every year, on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody dies. The year following the dismemberment, on the day of the Watanagashi, a man from Hinamizawa that supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered. He supported the dam construction, even though he lived in Yamizawa. At the time, there were whispers amongst the elderly saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman chuckled mischievously again. Then, the next year, the night of the Otanagashi, the shrine's Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night. The shrine's Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger. Then, the year after that, again on the night of the Otanagashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam or who had connections to Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? Exactly. The woman stated shyly. No. It was more menacingly. One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter, who fell to his death 2 years ago. Oh my god, the younger brother of the dam. Oh my god. One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. The younger brother is still alive, it seems. But it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew. That was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses, but the freakish deaths happening every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them are related to the dam construction? It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves. But when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. I don't believe in curses. But every single year, on the day of Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again, as if she picked up on what I was saying. I felt like she was saying, maybe there was. Maybe you frightened him. Stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomitake-san to continue. A bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then... so someone died the next year, right? It was at that time. I wonder. Who do you think, Keiichi-kun? The hell? But he said it didn't agree with me. Sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question. I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Keiichi-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I'd been panicking. I'm not trying to avoid questions, Keiichi-kun. It's just, when you say the next year, that's today. When she hesitated to say it, Tomitake-san finished for her. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's gonna happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful, though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. Turns out, she didn't even attend the Watanagashi. There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Oyashiro-sama's wrath. Did you hear anything about that, Keiichi-kun? I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. Then, the reason everyone at the festival was... they're afraid of the curse? I figure that must have been the reason. There were a lot more people at the Watanagashi than usual. Guess everyone was just afraid after all. The boy Yashiro-sama's curse. I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, was this early or late 80s? This is late 80s, right? Very modern. In this modern age, where we've been in progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television has been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon. Even with all the accomplishments, this can exist in modern society? Tons of invitations were sent out to neighboring towns, youth groups, to help pad the numbers. But after that string of events, few decide to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Also, the police are treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep it quiet, so it's all plainclothes officers. Finally began to dawn on me why Ren and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during the Watanagashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened at all would be well. In that case, it would all end up being just crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. And we would have all gotten back to life as usual. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomitake-san appeared to regret saying anything. Letting out a sigh, then he spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Hey, Keiichi-kun, surely you don't believe in such things as curses. Well, no. If the causes of all the crimes were unknown, with the perpetrators and their methods all mysteries, then I wouldn't think it's a work of curse. But that's not how things are in reality. The police are investigating the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It's perfect for repelling the word curse. The first one, the dismemberment, for example. I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated. That's no curse. Don't you agree? That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all. The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident, not foul play. But they both happened on the day of the festival, right? Just think about it, Keiichi-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Hinamizawa could participate easily in local festival? It'd be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi. So they probably left Hinamizawa intentionally, around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomitake-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. Then, Tomitake-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness? That also happened on the day of the festival. It's even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest. The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It's probably from all the built-up stress. Or it might have been because of the pre-existing condition. But it was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe something with an unknown illness could exist with all our advances in medicine. It's just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anybody would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row. The sudden death is quite unnatural, though. Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died. But there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, you know. Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, correct? What about that? I believe I already explained that. Everybody was shaken up by the incident during the third year. Those who are of strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of a curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell Oyashiro-sama's anger." Well, then, how about the next incident with the housewife? That happened on the day of the Watanagashi too. The perpetrator has already been caught, and the case has been closed. Turns out it's just some nut job trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse. Then, how about the incident the next year? Oh, yeah. This year is the next year. Tomitaka-san gave a hearty laugh. Nothing's gonna happen. Not this year. There was never a curse to begin with. It's just that a group of people believe that it was the explanation of a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I can see very clearly now that Keiichi-kun really does love Hinamizawa. Even if Oyashiro-sama's curse actually did exist, Keiichi-kun wouldn't bring himself to believe that such a thing existed. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Rena and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They probably also like tonight to end without incident. They can continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on. Well then, I should be getting back. Goodness, I think I might have gone a bit too long. For so few people, compared to the crowd from before, I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we talked for a better part of an hour. Did you come along with your friends, Keiichi-kun? Not going back for him? Oh, yeah. They might be looking for me. You're quite the scoundrel, making the girls look for you. See ya, Keiichi-kun. Have a nice night. You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you a bit later. Tomitake-san seemed to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning the shrine grounds. Keiichi-kun! So sorry. In her place, Rena came running over. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Kei-chan. We got so caught up in our discussion. I completely forgotten about them while caught up in my own conversation, so we weren't even. My, so Tomitake-san was with you. That works out perfectly. We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition. Ah, that's right. So I guess I'm gonna end up dead last. Is he gonna end up dead last? Or is he gonna end up dead first? Suspicious. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger. There weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time to aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomitake-san. 1 extra hour? A whole extra hour? This is a long chapter, oh my god! I can't just end in the middle of a chapter. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of her own. And she turned to mush instantly. Oh wow, I didn't even realize. I'm like, I thought at best it would be like 8:15 right now. Not 50. Alright. She did her little mewing cry in front of the owner. She turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her methods are a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Come to think of it, Rika-chan's quite the trickster. I have no idea what Keiichi-san is talking about. Now then, I've decided that Tomitake-san is dead last. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitake-san smiled wryly, slightly bewildered. So, Tomitake-san, are you ready? Penalty time! Oh, we're gonna be the ones to kill him! The curse continues! The curse is real! Oh, I completely forgot about that. We're too naive, Tomitake-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mion pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that. Show him some mercy, Mion. At least use a washable marker. Permanent one's too harsh. It just has to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyways. Whoa, what is this? Please take it easy on me. Elvis pinned his arms behind his back and Mion approached him with the marker in one hand. And squip, squip, squip. But she didn't write on Tomitake-san's face. She wrote on his shirt. You better have your big break this year, Mion. Rena took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay? It was a little heartwarming, and I just had to laugh. This is more like a farewell card than a penalty. I'm not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is a proper penalty. Dead last, Satoko. Try harder next time, Rika. Here you go, Keiichi-san. I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was, this is probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again. Tomitake-san was silent the entire time. At first, he was quite bewildered. But now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty? Of course! You better wear it all the way home. You could wear it when you come back. It'd be nice. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with wealth and other emotions made him turn a bright red. Understood. I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too, and I knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Yeah, that's certainly how it seems. Tomitake-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. It wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They'd done the same thing many times before. He's gone. Well, it's about time we take off too. Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Satoko tagged along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Ren and I parted ways with Mion, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house and I parted ways with Rena as well. It's already pretty late. Are you alright by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close. I'm gonna run too. If you run into some weirdo, just yell. If someone does come, will you come save me? Maybe? If I hear you, Okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can hear me. Merrily spinning her arms around at high speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine. In that mode, not even an adult could stand against her. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared, and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single person even whispered about. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettled I became. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being just crazy talk. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like that? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. It was my mom. Did you go, Mom? To the Tanagashi festival? In the end, your father didn't wake up, so I missed it. A little disappointed. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of embarrassed look on her face. All done? Is the countryside, it's safe? I'd feel more scared in the countryside. New tips! Nice! I'm gonna save now. I'm gonna save here, but I think I'm also gonna save here. We're gonna do 2 saves this time. Okay. I think I need to go to bed. You know what the funny thing about this is? I have to be at work extra early tomorrow, so like I really need to go. Like my bedtime is in 2 minutes. I have to go to bed in 2 minutes. Perfect time to stop. Perfect. Better save or Mr. Rossetti will be mad. I saved 2 times in 2 different spots. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for the company. Thank you for the stream and rest well for real. I'll do my best. Thank you. Okay, hear me out. Next chapter right now. No, I have to go to bed. Oh no, thank you for staying up with us. Yeah, thank you for being here today. Thank you guys for spending time with me. What do you mean, oh no? Is it because I have to go to work super early tomorrow? It's fine. I have to get there before everybody else gets there to do my important guide tasks. But at the very least, I get to do my important guide tasks all alone. That's the best part. Alright, that was fun. Just kidding. Good luck. Blue nose Asila. Blue nose Asila in parentheses. Don't worry, I know what my name is. Thank you, I appreciate that. And thank you, 71% of people who voted saying that they would call me Blue Noise. Thank you, thank you. that was a long chapter, that's what I'm saying. Usually the chapters so far have been half that length. And I can't just stop in the middle of a chapter. Thank you all for being here though. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for Master Duel. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing this game again next week too. Looking forward to doing more reading. Bye, Blue Nose. Thank you for a tree. Have a good night, Blue Noise. Thank you. Good night, Blue Nose. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Adios. All right. Thank you again. I'm going to see you soon. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to miss you guys. And I love you. Thank you guys for being here today. Mwah. Bye. Good night. And also, I love you. Bye.